inside Japan's $100 billion train, world's fastest train. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Tech Luxe Zone. Japan's bullet train network is famous worldwide for its speed, safety, and reliability. In the coming years, Japan will build its first high-speed Maglev line that is set to improve the existing system in all these respects and more. The Maglev, or magnetic levitation technology, is being developed in Japan and has already broken world record speeds, and the trains of the future are not too far off. The Japanese Maglev project is planned to connect Tokyo and Nagoya in 2027 and extend further to Osaka in 2037. Read on to find out more about this $80 billion project and learn how to see the new Maglev bullet trains in Japan today. In this video, we will talk about the world's fastest train in Japan. Have a look! If you like our video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Japan's current train system and the Maglev. Japan's network of bullet trains, called Shinkansen in Japanese, first opened to connect Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka in 1964. Today, the network covers 2,765 kilometers throughout Japan, with the Tokyo to Osaka Tokaido Shinkansen line remaining the busiest route. In its 50-year history, there have been no accidents resulting in fatalities or injuries. In 2018, the average length of delays on the network was a mere 0.7 minutes, an average that even includes longer service stoppages due to natural disasters. Today's Japan's bullet trains can reach maximum speeds of 285 kilometers per hour. These speeds are achieved through a variety of technologies, including aerodynamic body design, a sophisticated track system, and a computerized ATC, automated train control, network that manages speed and emergency signaling electronically. The reliability and convenience of these trains have made them an indispensable part of travel throughout Japan. The route between Tokyo and Osaka carries 360,000 seats a day, around 12 times the volume of an airline on the same route, with CO2 emissions only around 1/12 that of an aircraft. So how will the new Maglev system improve on Japan's already excellent bullet train network? The SC Maglev technology being developed by JR Central in Japan is an electrodynamic system, or EDS. This system uses a completely different type of track from conventional rolling stock. Instead of metal rails, the EDS system uses superconductive magnets in the train's body, which interact with metal coils along a guideway. This interaction propels the train forward, stabilizes it, and once the train is at speed, achieves levitation at a height of 10 centimeters. This levitation eliminates friction, allowing these trains to reach record-breaking speeds. The lack of friction on an EDS Maglev line also means that the system requires less maintenance due to the mechanical wear and tear, as well as more quiet and comfortable ride for the passengers. The LO Series SC Maglev trains being developed for the Chu Shinkansen line are currently being tested at the Yamanashi Maglev test track. In April 2015, these trains broke the land speed record for rail vehicles by reaching a speed of 603 kilometers per hour. When the Chu Shinkansen line is complete, the trains are projected to run at maximum speeds of 505 kilometers per hour. A look at Maglev in Japan. If 2027 seems like a long time to wait to see Japan's Maglev line, you can get a glimpse into the future at the Yamanashi Prefectural Maglev Exhibit Center. Located in Yamanashi Maglev Test Track, visitors here can see the new LO Series trains from the center's test track viewing platform. Visitors can learn about Maglev technology at the center's educational space, which includes a ride on miniature Maglev and other hands-on experiments. Other interactions include a display of world record-breaking Maglev train that visitors can go inside, a Maglev theater that gives a simulation of traveling at 500 kilometers per hour, and a 17-meter-long 1/87th scale miniature railway. Train fans young and old are also sure to love the exclusive Maglev souvenirs available here. Japan and China eyeing at Maglev. On one side is Central Japan Railway Co.'s 9 trillion yen, $86 billion Maglev that's expected to connect Tokyo and Osaka by 2027. On the other is China's 100 billion yuan, $15 billion on-again, off-again project that will run between Shanghai and eastern port city Ningbo. After several false starts, it's now forecast to be completed around 2035. Japan's is more expensive, largely because of the amount of excavation that will be required to tunnel through the mountainous countryside. If Japan and China are able to unveil their long-distance projects successfully by their due dates, it should give them a leg up when they look to export the next-generation technology, rail experts say. At stake is a share of the estimated more than $2 trillion global market for rail infrastructure projects. Maglev technology has a huge export potential, and China and Japan's domestic projects are like shop windows into how the technology could be successfully implemented abroad, said Christopher Hood, a professor at Cardiff University who studied and written a book about Japanese Shinkansen. Japan, the creator of the world's first bullet train, or the Shinkansen, has long been a top supplier to global fast rail projects. Former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe targeted infrastructure exports, including high-speed rail technologies, as a key plank of economic growth. But over the past decade, Chinese competitors, often willing to supply parts and know-how to make it cheaper, have been catching up. In 2015, Japanese suppliers lost out to Chinese rivals in a bid to build Indonesia's first high-speed rail from the capital Jakarta to Bandung in West Java. Japan was eventually asked to rejoin the project after it began to face significant delays. Japan is a strong rival in developing regular bullet and high-speed maglev trains, according to an article that appeared in July in state-backed China Daily, and that quoted a professor who specializes in railways. This tough reality has pushed China to make quick breakthroughs in developing maglev trains to ensure the country has adequate market share in both future domestic and global projects, the report said. The maglev line that will connect financial hubs Shanghai and Ningbo via Hangzhou is part of a plan by China's Zhejiang provincial government to inject 3 trillion yuan into building out the province's rail lines. There's the sense that in this technological world, Japan is falling farther and farther behind China. So if it can realize this new technology first, it would be an issue of immense national pride, Hood said. He points to China's recent development of high-speed train prototype that can run on different track gauges, something Japan has been trying to master with varying degrees of success for several years. In 2016, the Abe government approved a 3 trillion yen loan to help CR Central fund the so-called Shu Shinkansen maglev line, resulting in the project's end date being moved up to 2037 from 2045. Still, the development faces a number of challenges that may cause it to be delayed, including opposition from a prefectural government concern about the line's environmental impact. We are making every effort to get the Chu Shinkansen line up and running as soon as possible, said Yuri Akashi, a spokesperson for JR Central, adding that the line has an indispensable piece of infrastructure for the future of Japan. JR Central shares have fallen 33% in 2020 as the pandemic impacted train travel. The railway operator is forecasting an operating loss of 185 billion yen this fiscal year, which would be its first full-year loss since privatization in 1987. JR Central runs tests on a 43-kilometer line in Yamanshi Prefect southwest of Tokyo, where its trains have routinely clocked operating speeds of over 500 kilometers per hour. One of the countries that JR Central is looking to export its maglev technology to is the U.S., where it's working with partners to lay the groundwork for a maglev line that would connect Washington, D.C. and New York, costing an estimated $10 billion for the first D.C. to Baltimore leg alone. If constructed, the train would cut travel time between the current hubs to 1 hour from the current 3, according to JR Central, making it even faster than flying. The development of a high-speed maglev network could have wide-reaching benefits for business, tourism, and quality of life in Japan. Japan Rail is not only developing its Maglev network in Japan, but seeking to export their technology to countries like the United States and Australia as well. Efficient, high-speed rail with significantly lower carbon emissions and energy consumption than air travel may be one way we combat the environmental impact of mass transit in the future. There's no doubt the world will be watching as this network launches in Japan in the coming years. If you like our video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.